I did.
No, you didn't. You said, I'll take STW-2. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, whatever. Go ahead. Tell us about STW-2.
Anyway, STW-2 is bringing a Montana, a Heinrich, a Jean Bart, and a Repulse. So they're not really taking advantage of that opportunity to bring more than one ship from a nation. Seems like they're saying, you know what? We've got our strategy. We're comfortable with our strategy, and we're going to stick with it.
It's interesting you say that because that's not the case over on STW Main. STW Main is bringing 2 Synops and a Georgia and a Palmern. Now, Synops, of course, has OP in the name, and you better believe at Tier 7, they are quite OP. Really good armor scheme, very punchy guns, quite a bit reload time, though, so there's that to consider. But, other than that, absolutely fantastic.
Now, I do love the choice of the Georgia talking about STW because, I mean, I've talked about I'm a Georgia aficionado. Georgia, with that speed boost, he's going to be able to pull off this play that I think the Nagato was trying to, where he gets that flank, because with 4 minutes of speed boost, he's just going to be roaring down that flank, especially if he's decided to run Brisk in this mode, which would be intriguing to see if he had that running. But Brisk. Georgia with those big guns getting on the side, that Repulse, that Heinrich, that Montana are just going to be eaten alive. Jean Bart depends on what angle the Jean Bart gives, because French Jean Bart tankiness OP.
It can be, yeah. So, I mean, just like Polar, Archipelago on Epicenter is definitely a map of flanking, and I mean, like you mentioned, Georgia Palmern both going out to the flanks, swinging wide. Of course, Repulse with the engine boost is able to get in and secure the outer ring first, and he's probably going to secure the inner or middle ring first as well. And that's going to tick up precious points for STW-2. It's going to put the pressure on STW Main to make something happen.
Yeah, especially, I mean, we talked about, you know, it's only 2 minutes and 15 seconds into battle, but that's already been almost a quarter of our game. And so you get into the awkward spot of, okay, well, those plays you like to develop over, 15, 20 minutes, you can't develop them. And so now we're just watching to see what happens here. Looks like Repulse is going to get the middle ring, as you said, though the red team of STW Main has taken the outer ring. So
that's interesting.
Points lead is neck and neck.
I expected the Jean Bart to go into the outer ring to stop the cap. Instead, he just decided to go right outside along the border, almost like he's collaring and can't stay within the lines.
You have to think he's out there in case of a flank. And Georgia's just been spotted, so Jean Bart's position is nice. But Repulse dealing with Georgia's shots from the front could be dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, the thing is, Jean Bart is going to go to try to stop the push from Screaming Eagle. But he's in a tenuous situation because he really can't affect the battle from that point, aside from maybe a lucky broadside salvo if one of the Synops were to give it to him. I'm kind of curious as to why the Synops are where they are. I kind of feel like one of them should be on the other side of the map. Like, one of them should be at Golf 5, Golf 6, Golf 5. But
I kind of feel the same way as you do there, honestly, about, like, you expect one of them to be out there wide, and they're not. So you got to wonder why that choice, but we'll see what happens. I mean, Montana of Jimu is taking damage. He's 30,000 health lower already. But Rabbit, I mean, Palmern's shells, we talked about this. They are notoriously bad on dispersion.
Can we talk about real quick how Jimu is almost already at 2/3 of health? Like, yeah, he's been getting slapped.
Was just talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about somebody else.
No, I said the Montana of Jimu's already taken 30,000 damage, but the Palmern's getting hit in return. Though, here come the shots from the Montana out onto the Synop. Is that Synop angled enough? Ooh, he gets double slapped there.
Yeah, it was on the Synop, but it was on the other Synop, which is kind of interesting.
And narrow lead for the side of STW Main right now. I mean, they've got that outer cap ticking for them, or had it ticking for them, pardon me. Montana's preventing that now. But look at this kind of map control we're seeing here. So the Jean Bart of Shrug is stuck behind that island at
Yes.
B6. And the
Yes.
Palmer of Rabid Rabbit still has enough health that he can sit down there at I4 and keep them penned into that third of the map. So you're seeing that. And now with, even though Patton 1945 is down to 20k, War and Not can still push up and take a stronger position here.
That's Worry Not.
Oh, Worry Not. Okay. It's like when I pronounced Durak's name first.
Durak.
Yeah. That's what I said, so I still jokingly say that.
Nice. Jimu's got a shot coming in broadside. Doesn't do much because it's a Palmer that fired it. Ball.
And Montana, having been forced to kite out because of that health you talked about and we talked about, means that those points are ticking up again for the side of STW main. And there's only 4 minutes left, so not a lot of time for STW-2 to make a play here.
No, there isn't. And that's the thing about these maps is map control, getting the point advantage is absolutely crucial. Even if it's 3 points, even if it's 1 point, because it guarantees the win unless the enemy team does something and puts the onus on the green team, STW2, to do something. And right now, they're not. They're just sitting.
Yeah. And they're not just sitting. The Repulse is getting smacked. The Palmer and the Georgia are looking at the tier 6 battleship.
Yeah, oh yeah.
With,
oh yeah. Food.
Hunger in
Food.
their eyes there.
It's my food.
He goes back and forward like a little yo-yo, and he's just stuck there getting hammered from one side then the other.
Yeah, I feel like the Montana kiting away was a mistake. I think the Heinrich kiting away is also a mistake. I think turn those two around and have them push. Hell, even have the Jean Bart push. When you're this low and you're guaranteed to lose in 3 minutes, this is when you tell your team, all right, everybody just turn the F around and go. Hit W, look for those broadside salvos, and maybe we'll get lucky. Like that shot on Rabbit Rabbit. Ouch.
Yeah, he gets hurt there, but you gotta watch. Repulse down to 6,000 health, and if he dies, it's not gonna matter if they get a kill. Yeah.
He's gone right here.
He is gone as soon as the Georgia. Here's the Georgia shells. He's saying, think skinny thoughts, and it's not skinny enough.
Not skinny enough.
And even if the Palmer dies here, Worry Not, now taking that middle of the 3 rings. And I mean, Palmer goes down. It's not enough. There's not a kill to be found, I think, at this point, besides the Palmer, and that'll make all the difference. Montana's still backing up. He's not going to get into the cap in time.
No. I mean, if they can kill Rabbit, they can at least get a time extension, which is going to be useful for them to try to swing around. But like I said, they needed to be moving a long time ago, and they just kind of weren't. Yeah. There's a time extension.
They don't even really get a time extension because of the fact that they still lose in 1:40.
True, but Jimu is backing onto the cap, and that will slow the STW main's point gain. And you can see now, Matchstick has gotten the memo. He is hitting full W now and trying to get back around. Pattinson up is quite low at just over 11,000 HP. And hello, Duckman. Sorry, I am now casting during reasonable hours.
But, I mean, even if Patton goes down here... Oh!
Did you see that hit?
Georgia. I did, and the Georgia just slapping the Jean Bart as well. I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah. This is... I mean, even if Patton goes down, that's not enough points to change it.
No. Again, it's a time extension.
75. Yeah, it is a time extension. 50 seconds.
Yep.
Screaming
and sometimes...
Eagles turning in for the second shots. There's the second shot.
Comes.
I think that's the kill on Shrug. And Shrug goes down, and that will guarantee
the win.
That the win goes to the side of STW.
Yep. Patton missed out on a just barely missed out on dying. Now he's dead. So there you go. But he was looking quite low for a bit, quite tenuous.
Yeah. And it goes back to what I said, you know, the Georgia has the ability to make that play when the Nagato doesn't because of that speed boost that it comes with.
Mm-hmm.
And 10 seconds left, and your winner and claiming bragging rights in the interclan civil war will be STW.
That's right, STW main. What? There you go. Now, I don't know about, I don't know if you know this or not, but I actually have a special connection to STW.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I casted, casted? I don't know, whatever. Their tournament when they did their celebration for 2 years as a clan. And they had
Oh.
special giveaways and stuff like that. And it was really fun. It actually helped launch my replay theater because what we put on there for a requirement was that they would submit replays to me, and then I would cover a replay of the top teams as a way for everybody to learn what worked and what made the top player like get so much damage in, say, a Molotov, for example. And that's where it all started because I gave comments and feedback on there, and I'm like, you know what, I kind of like this. So I kept going, and well, here we are.